So this is the fifth project, the second part, and I wanted to talk to you about how best to assemble these things. What I didn't mention was in the modules I have two different lists that are documents in the modules. One is about all the free fonts that are available, and the other one is about ideas for natural objects. So you may want to look at those before you start, just to get some ideas. So again, I've chosen my Malefic is the name of the font, and here it is in my middle initial and my first name. So I printed out some various sizes of these, and then what I did was I went about taking them and sort of just playing around with making different sorts of symmetrical designs, using them just to see what would happen if I were to put them together in different ways. So you can see that it's just a matter of monkeying around, playing with these guys, these little guys and big guys. And when you come up with something you like or that you want to document in a different way, just take a picture of it with your camera from overhead, just like this video is being done. So I'm just going to continue sort of playing around and seeing if I see anything that I like. And when I have it, I will document it. I'm going to try various forms of symmetry. I'm going to try radial symmetry and horizontal symmetry and vertical symmetry and symmetry, just to see what happens. So it's kind of a fun way to work. Say I like that. Maybe I'm going to push those in a little bit. Say I like something like that. So I would document it by taking a picture overhead of it. So these are all my letters. I've got all of these over here. And I've done a bunch of pictures that I've put up in the module as images. I've made 5 or 6. You can make, as many designs as you want. I would say up to about 10. It's just a matter of moving them around and then finding what you like and taking a picture of it. So that's for the first assignment. For the second assignment, I watched that amazing movie last night called My Octopus Teacher. And I completely fell in love with octopuses. And so what I did was I found some images on the internet, and I had to capture them with a screenshot and then print them out. And so I made a couple of different kinds of octopuses, and I made them in various sizes. And then I made some different seaweed to go with it. So my two objects would be seaweed and octopi. I like that word better. So as you can see, what I did was I found a stock photo of these various types of seaweed, and I took a screenshot and I printed those. And then what I ended up doing was making multiple copies of these guys and finding ones that I liked to work with. And then what I had to do is I ended up drawing them with black marker. So I'm working basically with these various shapes. What I'm doing is I'm using my old-fashioned viewfinders so that I can put them around various shapes to see if there's anything that I might like. And if you'll notice, it doesn't have to be anything recognizable. Just capturing that white negative space in an interesting way is the goal of this assignment. It doesn't have to be anything recognizable. I know I showed you some interesting things, but it can just be a really beautiful shape too. It can be very abstract, is my point. So I'm just sort of monkeying around here, and if I see something I like, say for instance, and obviously this takes some work and some effort. I have to kind of stand back a little bit. Sometimes I squint my eyes. And again, if I see something that I like, you'll notice that what I'm doing is I'm enclosing the white area. So that's sort of a clue that I'm giving you. It's a rather large clue, actually. But again, manipulating the sizes, playing with them, pushing them off the page is very helpful. And you can experiment with different sizes of your shapes. You know, you can move them in and out and sideways. And again, once you see something that you like, capture it with your camera. I'm not seeing anything right now, but I'm, ooh, that's kind of neat. Okay, that's kind of fun. I like that. So what I would do is I would take a picture of this area here so that I could document that. Again, you're going to want to make several different options for yourself. And as you can see, this becomes a total mess of cutout paper that I have over here that I'm not going to show you. I'm too embarrassed, but that's the way you're going to do this. Again, I will post the experiments that I've done with the natural objects as well to give you a sense of how to go about doing this. So those two documents that are in, or those two files that are in the project module number 5 will give you access to free font websites, and the other page has to do with some ideas for some natural images. Good luck, have fun, that's it.